remember in one of our Atmanirvriti session, we were discussing vasanas, tendencies, and you said they are not coming from the mind, they are coming from beyond. Is this the Ishvaraha or the Prajna? Is that where we are channelizing, or the body mind is channelizing the vasanas?
Yes, absolutely. That is the causal state. Causal, Causal, causal. Causal means that which is the cause of the waking and the dreaming state. Causal state. Yes, the seed from where everything of your waking and dreaming actually lies. Everything is buried there. So, all the vasanas are also buried there. All the good qualities are also buried there. Yes, both opposites, both of them, good and evil, are there. Yes, this is where they lie, in the seed form, in the causal state.
So I have a question next to it. So if these seeds are already there, then we take the example of people who walk the earth, like Angulimal, who was a robber, but then so he had a certain vasanas that tend to push him into that direction. But then he met Buddha, and then his life changed, and he became a saint or whatever. So how is it that the meditation or whatever he did, it actually affected this prajna level, not the body mind, which is not even there?
It doesn't
He's
exist,
working
yeah.
at the causal level.
Exactly, yes. See, when you
But then
do...
who is working?
Who's
Who
working?
is working?
It is the body mind that starts working, that assumes. When he was killing people, he was thinking, I am Angulimal. He was thinking, I'm the body mind. When he meets Buddha, Buddha shows him, no, it is not this who you are. This is who you are. That completely changes everything. That creates the shift in him. Yes, that shift, that is what I told you. I explained that the personal I is actually the universal I. This shift must happen. If this shift doesn't happen, you will kick the bucket and never ever get enlightened. This shift is the defining milestone. That is the meaning of enlightenment. When the I moves from here to here. Do you get it?
Yes. Yes. So at enlightenment, when enlightenment happens, this pragya, this seeds, they get disappears, vanishes. What happens to it?
They don't exist here. They don't exist.
That makes more sense.
It's only conditioning. What am I doing in Advaita level 1 and 2? Just breaking your conditioning, no? When your conditioning breaks, you yourself come to Advaita level 3 and say, oh, it was right in front of my eyes. Why could I not see it? It didn't exist only, no? Then can you say that existed? No, it didn't exist. It's like the blue color of the sky. It appears. It is not.
So I have been dancing for no reason.
Correct.
Wow, this is so amazing, so beautiful. Except that at the experiential level and the deep sleep,
that's okay. Yeah.
Whatever, that is something I have to work on.
Yeah. Don't worry. You're at the beginning of Ajatavada again, no? When you come towards the end. Yes. So I have already given the beginners of Ajatavada homework every night before lying down. You recognize I am not the body, I am not the mind. Recognize that I am the space of awareness in which this body mind is now lying down to sleep. I do not sleep. Only the body sleeps. Do this and then see how it goes into the dream and how it goes into sleep. It'll take some time. Give it its time.
So I will give you a funny thing that happened with me. maybe on that day I was completely in the body. I was the body. I was considering myself body. And then I told myself, I am not the body. Body sleeps, but I does not sleep. But I was awake all night.
When you woke up in the morning, did the body feel that as if it had not slept or it was tired?
No.
No, that means the body mind slept.
But there was some time
Belief.
there was confusion.
Belief. It's your belief. It's the same belief.
Okay.
That confusion is a product of your belief. You're holding on to that belief that I am the body mind. I did not sleep. Oh, I did not sleep. Oh, I did not sleep. Another story created. All we are doing in Advaita level 1, level 2 is breaking down old conditioning, letting go of old conditioning. Only when old conditioning, old beliefs drop off, can you recognize the truth and see, oh, how was I blind to this? This was so right in my face and I could not see it. Why? Because my own conditioning veils the truth from me. It has become the veiling power of Maya.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Didi.
So, in Atmanirvriti, there's a chapter in which your seniors have done, the Ajatavadins have done, that observe very carefully, moment to moment, a perception arises, it disappears. A thought arises, it disappears. A feeling arises, it disappears. Your problem is that you're bahirmukhi, means you're focusing on the arising. You're not focusing on its disappearance. Change your locus of focus. Basically, change where you're looking. Instead of focusing on the arising, focus on the disappearance of the arising. Then you will understand, oh, I am a black hole. Everything arises from me and I suck it back in. Everything arises, I suck it back in. Focus on that mouth of the black hole. Don't focus on the arising. Yeah, you can do this only if you are very clear that this whole world drama is futile. If you're still enjoying the juice of the world drama, this will be a very tough exercise for you. But taking a tip from Ranjini, this is the process she follows. She looks at the thought arising and disappearing at the point where it disappears. She doesn't focus on the arising. So whatever it is about, whether it is some family drama, whether it is some feeling that arises and falls, whether it is a thought that arises and falls, she's not focusing on that particular thought, feeling, or perception. She's constantly focusing on the black hole that I am and how everything is disappearing in me, how it disappears, how it disappears. Get enamored by your own self, how you, the waker consciousness, project a hologram of images and then you suck it back. You project next moment and you suck it back. Next moment you project, you suck it back. Notice that you feel that we have been in this session for 3-4 hours. It's not a continuous one wave of perception. Perception happens, it goes away. Again, it happens, it goes away. It happens, it goes away. And when you actually become antarmukhi and focus inwards at the black hole instead of the arisings, you can actually see this disappearing moment to moment. The gaps become evident. There are gaps in between arisings. The gap becomes evident to you. Yeah, this gap has been addressed in so many scriptures by so many masters. It's called by so many different words. It's as simple as a gap between two thoughts, a gap between two sensations, a gap between two feelings. Your feelings are not continuous. You say, oh, I was continuously angry. No, you were not. That is memory confabulating a story. It is a lie. The truth, the feeling arose, it went away. A thought arose that said, oh, I should be more angry at this situation. I am this. And again, the next feeling arose and it went away. Again, the next thought arose, it went away. There is a gap in between a feeling and thought, gap in between perception, feeling. These gaps are what she holds on to. Do you get this? This is what most of the Ajatavadins really focus on practicing. Instead of being interested in the arising, be interested in how this arising disappears. Where does it disappear into? So instead of being bahirmukhi, you be antarmukhi. Very clear? Bahirmukhi means outward facing, means focusing on the arising. Antarmukhi means focusing on where this arising disappears. Focusing on the black hole that you are. I use the word black hole because we recently did a chapter of Nisargadatta Maharaj, and I was telling people watch the documentary on YouTube. So you can also watch the documentary on YouTube, Rays of the Absolute. And there it is explained that Maharaj was being explained, what is a black hole. A Westerner had come down to Mumbai and was explaining it to Maharaj for the first time. Black hole is something in which any object that is there, it'll be sucked in, like that Westerner with all emphatically explaining to Maharaj. So Maharaj says, you are the black hole. You are the black hole. You suck everything in. All thoughts, feelings, ideas, you suck it in. You are the black hole. Maharaj didn't know all this science. He's only gone to 2 classes in school, 2 grades. That's it. He never even completed his basic primary school. He was just being explained by a Westerner and he said, oh, you are the black hole. He completely changed the topic. So that's from where my thought process came to explain it to you as the black hole. Homework number 3. You recognize you are the black hole. Saptanga, 7 limbs, the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air and ether, plus sun and heavens. The 7 limbs was adopted from the Chandogya Upanishad. In Chandogya Upanishad, it has mentioned how is the consciousness the gross object eater? How does it eat it? It is poetically mentioned. It's all poetry in the Chandogya. So in poetry, it defines the heavens are his head, the sun his eyes, the wind, air element is his breath, fire element is the mouth, sky or ether element is his body, and the water element is his bladder, and the earth is the feet. So basically, it's trying to show you that this waking consciousness itself is this waking world. There is no world of matter out there. It is this waking consciousness itself that is the waking world. It is bahispragya, it is outward turned. Yeah? It is the consumer of gross, consumer of the 5 sense objects. Clear?
Before Advaita started with so much of spirituality, so-called spirituality, I still could see there were sensations on the body and there were thoughts, and those were my thoughts. That's what was the identification at that point before Advaita. After Advaita, so many classes and listening to that repeatedly in different ways from you, I understood that I was the observer, the knower of those, and I am not those sensations and thoughts, but I am the background. That's why I understood. From Atmanivritti, I understood there are states, waking state, dream state. Along the line, I understood that I, the waker, Avanti, body-mind complex, or Jivatma, is exactly same in dream state. It's not I, the body mind, but there is something similar in dream state and waking state. The constant part and the changing part, both are exactly same. Only difference was my desires are right away objectified in dream state, but in waking state there are like thought process and creating more and all, and that's the difference. But I understood that constant and changing is exactly same. My astitvachi zaniv, I sense, was the thread, and it's the same in dream and waking state. So I am that, the dreamer. I am that, the waker. I also recognize there everything. There is nothing in dream state, and this somewhat I was recognizing that it happened in daytime as well. So waking state, there are some pauses, there are some gaps where I'm not, like there are no. I as Avanti or dreamer are not. I'm not there. So before Brahman meditation, this is what I understood. After Brahman meditation, last 15 days, I see that I am that Astitvachi Zani is there in deep sleep state. In exactly same, the constant part is exact same in deep sleep, in waking and dream. It's same. The constant is the like kind of a thread for all these three, and changing part changes. So if this is oneness, this is oneness. There is a split going like two ways, like constant and changing two ways. But then doing it repeatedly, I see somewhat recognize that actually I, the constant, become one. I constant become the dreamer. I become the waker. And there is no that I am observing, or I am the constant and there is something else. The split. There is no split. I only become the dreamer. I become the waker and go back. And it's not only night, during the day, throughout the day, this is happening. Like Super. I wake up on that and go back. Super. I'm still ignorant and do not recognize the Vishwanara or Hiranyagarbha yet, with only one obstacle, that is my habit pattern of misidentification. And so it's a long journey, even though there is no split. I see that I'm not established in it yet, but there is no split. So superb, it's superb. A journey. Perfect. 10 on 10. So what helps? The appearance, the kind, generous gestures of my guru, appearance of my guru, and all those courses I took, level 1 and 2 and 3. That's what helped. So all these questions in the chat box are really answered in detail. So go through that. That's what I wanted to share. She's my story. Good. She's referring you to Advaita level 1 and Advaita level 2 videos. They're all on the website and they're all on YouTube. Avanti, you can send them an email with the link of Advaita level 1 and level 2. Yeah. And you can also, she was talking about the Brahman and the Om meditations, which I think most of you have done. If you've missed it, please do them today. Yeah? Because this entire discussion was based on those. Okay. Good, Avanti. Good.
On a higher level, like when the Bani becomes an empty shell and it is the space, and looks from that vantage point. This looks very simple in a sense. You said you can't question the creation because this is how it is like. deep sleep, dreaming, waking. That's a creation. We kept that as the basic understanding. Similar to that, thinking that like this is how creation is. Um, this is the activities of the consciousness. We went. There are four. We went through the three. In simple terms, there's only consciousness, nerve, activities of this, and these are the three activities, and that's it.
That's it.
That's all. That's all.
There is no creation. Is this very clear now? The idea, creation, is a false idea. The whole idea that this is matter and I am holding matter and there is a world of matter here is only an idea. Is this very clear?
Yep. That's what I was about to share. It's like listening to these sages written these things is very creative. It's very dramatic, but there's a because that's the way that they wrote it, because that's what they observed in this waking consciousness or dreaming or in the deep sleep. But looking back, it's like it can be how I can understand how confusing it is, because we've lost that main point and we have gone into that waking state and into that drama and then into another drama and within it, and we were like lost in that whole loop of things. But from here it's simple. It's like there's nothing else.
Perfect.
There's no other. There's only thing is that consciousness, and this is the activity of this consciousness, but we have lost so much in these activities and went far from truth.
Correct. 10 on 10. 10 on 10. What she's saying is that the most important thing that Advaita does, the first step that Advaita shows you is, oh, I'm not this body, I'm not the mind, I'm the witness of this body and mind. So you shifted your eye to the witness. This helped you get out of the mess. And if you pursue this, you go to Advaita level 2 and then you come to Advaita level 3. Finally, you see, oh, I am the space of awareness, the consciousness in which everything is. So the mistake or the problem, not mistake, but the problem was that we were trying to see everything from the wrong level of the body and mind, using that peephole as reality. And we were trying to understand what the masters are saying in the Upanishads or what the reality of life was, but we could not understand because of the finiteness of the body-mind. And now she's gone through Advaita level 1, 2, 3. She's also gone through all levels of Buddha, the Buddha retreats that we do. So she's saying, now when I have changed my vantage point from the body-mind to the level of I am that space of awareness. Now from here I can see where the mess is caused, why the mess is caused, why I thought I was suffering, or why we all think that we are suffering. Clear? Take it as an inspiration now to walk the path of Advaita from 1 to 2 to 3 if you have not started yet.
So before starting the Advaita path, it was clear at that time that the waking state is real, dreaming state is not, and so on. But now it's the other way problem. Why are there even two categories of the dreaming state and the waking state? When I sleep, the body mind sleeps, the awareness is always awake. I feel that the dream state, so-called labeled dream state, just continues when I so-called open my eyes. And the waking state continues. It just seems like one dream state. I don't know which one is real waking state and which one is dream state anymore. They just seem the same.
Correct.
So
cannot
why
die.
do we say them as dream state and waking state?
That's because only somebody who has done the entire journey all the way to Ajatavada sees, oh yeah, this is nothing but one kind of projection, this is another kind of projection, both are dreams. That is why when Janaka asked Ashtavakra, which is real? That dream is real, where I was a pauper, or this waking state where I am the king? Which is real? And then what does Ashtavakra tell him? Both are unreal. Both are unreal. Both are illusions. What is real? You are real. Because you were there in that waking state, you were there in the dream state. You were there in both the states. You are real. Both those stories of being the pauper in the dream state and the king in the waking state, both are unreal. Yes, that is the way it closes after Maandukya.
Should be no demarcation between those two, because that confuses people that dreaming state is separate and waking state is something not dreaming.
That's why we are calling it waking dream and the sleep dream. Yeah, in the past few chapters that you've done Natmanirriti, I don't call it separately a waking state and dream state. I say waking dream and the sleep dream.
I've been applying the Niti process for some time now. And so after applying it, so it recognized that any noise that is there, it is not me. So I'm not the body, I'm not the mind. And when it came to the witness, so after that, realized that the witness also dissolves. So I am the sense of being in which the three states appears and disappears. So I am always there. So the three states that is coming are just an illusion. It appears, but it is not the real. So it is just an illusion. So now the knowingness and the seed form that you explained right now. So is that is also, so there is nothing happening. It is that is also an illusion. There is like the sense of being is just being utter deep silence. There is nothing happening in it. So this the labels of the knowing it or the seed form, all these things are just the labels or the conditioning or the assumptions that this dream character has learned.
Dream character is left behind in the waking and dream states. He's left behind. It's not about the dream character only. We are talking at the consciousness level. It's the waker consciousness, the dreamer consciousness, and the sleeper consciousness. The consciousness itself is the truth. There is no waking state. There is no dream state. There is no deep sleep state. There is no waking subject. There is no dream subject. There is no sleeper. There is no waking world. There is no dream world. There is no darkness of deep sleep. All of it is simply an appearance like the blue sky. It appears, it is not. Similarly, all this appears, it is not. There is simply consciousness. So instead of being focused on the waking state and the waking character, dream state and dream character, and deep sleep state and its darkness, focus inwards to the one that is the subject really, the consciousness, that which is projecting it all. Recognize the truth by being inward turned. That is called the natural state, or what the Ajatavadins just did in the higher chapters. It's called samadhi. Open-eyed samadhi. There is no closed-eyed samadhi in Advaita Vedanta. It's open-eyed samadhi when you are inward turned, not outward turned. Yeah. So this is not. Only this is. Experientially see it. Experientially recognize it. No point memorizing it. Experientially be inward turned all the time. Yeah? Then you will see this is not. It is only an appearance. So the deep sleep also is not. It is only an appearance, like the dream and waking. Homework for everyone. Repeat the Brahman meditation. Repeat the Om meditation. Go through today's notes after you repeat the meditations and see, do I experientially understand it better? Yeah, sometimes when you repeat the meditations and you repeat the notes, you look at everything, then some things just fall into place. It clicks. Rest of the day, keep it for yourself. Yeah, away from samsara, away from things, be antarmukhi. As much as you can be silent, be silent. Of course, if you have to speak, you speak only when required, where required. Don't get into gossip. Don't get into chit chat. Don't get into unnecessary just talking for the sake of talking. Be more antarmukhi, inward turn today. Yeah? Focus inwards. Do your Om meditation again. Do the Brahman meditation again. Read the notes again. Become very clear about these shlokas that have been completed so far. So when you go into the next shloka tomorrow, it's very clear. Yes, because lot of information today, especially for the newcomers, especially for people who are at Advaita level 1, even people at Advaita level 2, it's a lot of information that we've covered today. So, more inward turned, revise everything, and Ajatavadins, the seniors, already have specific homework for the 3 shlokas. Please do those. Very clear?